Yeah, man. The last game was so good as well. I was just so impressed with how the players like managed with those lineups. They're not really restrictive. I think they were a little bit unconventional. Like you don't see many Shakos or Warwicks, but they did such a great job of like working with them. So.
Especially in such a game where you could split push. We were saying it earlier how strategies like the Nunu, where you need teams to work together. That's like split pushing. Split pushing requires you to have quite good communication within your team. And with these 5 players, we just stuck together. They worked quite well together. For not an official team, they dealt well with the split pushes, initiated split push as well, and I think the communication between the teams seemed quite good.
It does indeed, man. Alright, so we're into the lobby. So already going out, this is Demonic versus Divine. It's a community event for Oceanic Gaming. I am OCG Wait For It, and I'm joined by my co-caster, the People's Whisper, best shoutcaster NZ.
Yeah.
Game 2 of the night, so let's get into it, man. Let's get pumped.
I'm pumped. I just hope everybody else is pumped. You know me, the People's Whisperer, always keen to watch some good games alone. And that's what we do Thursday nights. Try to get your community to get amongst, have big games, get your friends together, win some prizes, get amongst. This is what it's about, having fun, playing low. So I'm definitely keen. I'm here to have a good time. I want to see this big game come out. We've already seen some picks come out now. Looking quite good. Gonna see the plays.
Yeah, I'm liking the heroes that have been soft locked at the moment as well. I'd be so happy if they have the skins, but it's alright if they don't. They're allowed to play Demonic or Divine.
If you've got the skins, please play it, because everyone loves the show. Be the showboat, be the hero.
Save the cheerleader, save the world. Wait, that's how it goes, right?
Yep, definitely. Shout out to Psycho_J coming into the chat. Welcome along. Bradis keeping it alive, getting amongst. He's still upset that the Vayne hasn't been picked up. Must be a hero he really likes, really believes Carloy is the man at it. So, shame we're not going to see those good low Vayne mechanics.
No, we are not indeed. Heroes have been locked in, and the delay will start shortly, and we can talk about who is in the jungle and who is not. Alright, so, spectator delay is underway. So no surprises, no, we're not being thrown a curveball at all. We've got Fiddle in the jungle and Nessus in the jungle. And the lanes are looking really fun. We do have a lane Udyr, and that might be a lane Udyr versus a Udyr? Sorry, a Tryndamere. So that's really interesting.
It's allowed, sorry, so I should stop going the calls. Brothers, we gotta read the rules more. There is no Vayne, so we'll stop requesting it. I'm sorry, I'm just reading the chat. Back to what you're saying. So we're going to see a top Udyr. Is this what's going on?
I think so, yeah. I think it's Kale and Ryze in the mid lane, Tryndamere versus Udyr in the top lane, and we're going to have Quinn and Sona, and Draven and Morgana in the bot lane. So that's my prediction. They could, of course, swap it up and do some meta breaking.
That'd be cool to see, but if we are set the way we're going to see it, how does Udyr versus Tryndamere work, do you believe? Do you think that Udyr can stop Trynd just farming up, getting massive?
Yeah, most definitely early. Udyr has a huge advantage. As soon as Trynd hits 6, Trynd's pretty much, it's ball is in his court, really. Udyr can tank up, though. It's a very strange lane, really. I don't think they have a lot of kill potential on one another, unless they're both going huge damage builds. So I wouldn't expect to see a lot of 1v1 deaths going on, but the junglers will definitely make a difference there.
And I think we've all experienced a lot how these jungle fiddles can do. They can either just hit their crow bombs, be massive game turners, game breakers, power play jungle, or they can really flop. If you can see it coming, if you can dodge the crow storm, all of a sudden he doesn't bring as much to the team fight. So you've got to ward well, you've got to be prepared, and you've got to have your eye out because you do not want that big bomb coming down, wiping your team.
You do it almost as well as HotShotGG, man. Why? Why?
So you just got to be careful. He can be a game ruiner. As we know, Nessus, that's slow, still super powerful. He's had a few tweaks to him, but he's still such a powerhouse hero. Brings in a lot late, can still survive early, stacking up that Q in the jungle. Should be good. We do see the Quinn picked up, and the Kale. Wasn't the most powerful lane last time. Did get a bit like smashed around with the Draven, which we're going to see come out again the same, actually. It's going to be Draven and a Morg, so let's see if they can turn that lane around and see an opposite result to last game.
Yeah, I think the Sona adds a little bit more than the Morgana does, especially if Holly 2 can get some nice harass off.
Oh, they've done it right. They've got the Sona this time. That Kale will be going mid, no mistake. So that should give a bit more to the old Quinn.
Yeah, that's the hope, man. They've also got a really nice team fight, I feel, the purple team does. Udia and Sona and Nasus have a lot of single target shutdowns, and Kale can keep Nasus alive, or Udia alive, when they go into big team fights. It's gonna be really cool to see. There is a lot of AoE coming out from the blue team, however, so it's gonna be very team fight dependent, I think. Both teams want to team fight a lot and often, and it'll be really interesting to see who takes it away. And now we're gonna get into the loading screen and see who is pimping their skins.
If Holitude's playing this game, I've definitely got some money on him having a skin, because he's always got a skin.
That man has a lot of skins, it is true. Alright, so we're into the loading screen. Dark Crystal Rise is being pimped, as well as Blackthorn Morgana. We're seeing Judgment Kale, Phoenix Quinn, Silent Knight Sona, wow!
And he did say, he had it in chat, and he's called it out, and he goes, this skin is divine, don't care what you all think. And it is divine, it looks good. I've never even seen it, didn't even know it existed. Some amazing skin pull out by Holitude. Love to see it come out.
Yeah, most definitely.
And I believe the purple team wins on the skins 3-2.
They do indeed. The blue team might have a hard time coming back from that. As we all know, skins mean half the battle.
Skins actually is pretty much what decides the match, so we might see a massive upset if blue can win it.
That's true, that's true. So interesting enough, Rise is taking Teleport. I like that decision. They have an Ignite already on the team just from that Tryndamere. So Rise is gonna look to be adding, a little bit of global presence, maybe make something happen. Especially if you're running a lot of move speed on Rise, there's a lot of potential to come out of nowhere and do a lot of damage. So,
can you fully cleanse the Cripifier? Well, it's not the Cripifier that's putting the Nasus though.
The Wither?
Yeah.
You can cleanse the Wither, but it's gonna heavily shut down both Tryndamere and Draven if they don't cleanse it. So.
I was just surprised to see a cleanse being run on the Draven versus what I believe is the support. Oh no, against the Sona.
It'll be more for out of laning phase than in laning phase, I feel. It'll be to cleanse the Ignite, to cleanse the Wither, to cleanse like Udyr Bear Stance and stuff like that.
Just to get out of there.
Yeah, most definitely.
Tons of damage cores coming out. I want that skin from Aaron, so we'll shout out to Aaron Wu ×3.
Oh, Aaron X3, that guy's awesome.
Yeah, I run the typical Arcane Sona like everybody else. Don't have the cool Silent Knight, sadly. Do like the Arcane Sona skin though, I think it's a really cool one.
I do, I like it as well, but I gotta say, Silent Knight Sona, I first saw it when Elements was playing it in big tournaments back in the past. I think that skin is fantastic.
It just has that extra pimp factor.
Oh my god, yes. Apparently, if once you transfer to the Korean servers, or maybe when the Korean servers opened, they all got Silent Knight Sona, so it's all over there, and so few people in North America have it. See it so rarely.
And we are just going to see, I believe, a defensive start at the moment. This is quite popular in the new jungle, though, however, as we've talked about, you can still be aggressive, and you do still see aggressive plays busted out once every while.
Yeah. So, last game, the Quinn and the Sona came in and pressured the buff, and actually made Elise blow a smite early. We're not seeing that happen this game, but that's such a cool thing to, keep in mind that you can do that. Just being around jungle buffs makes junglers very, very nervous, I think, right?
And if you didn't notice that, Holitude is making his Sona sing some Christmas carols, I believe.
Wow, does she sing Christmas carols? I missed that completely.
It's the season to be jolly.
Oh my god.
Excuse the singing, but it was the tune for that. And it's cool, I love pimp skins. Holitude's the pimpest of them all. So shout out, awesome skin. Thanks for showing it off. That's on Tuesday night.
That's NZ's very own pimp master. This Holitude, man. Wow, nice finding come out from Purple.
He is going to be careful though. Maybe he's just too busy looking at his clothes and not watching out enough for those bindings. Because they are a killer.
So my little friend is running 4% lifesteal. If you don't know, guys, if you run 4% lifesteal, that means you have 1 AD quint, and that means you can last hit under turrets. So that's awesome to know when you're building your room pages. 4% lifesteal and 1 flat AD quint, and you will be able to last it under turrets successfully.
And that's actually what I run, only because I bought 2 lifesteal quints, then went back to buying heroes, so I got lucky.
Well played, man.
And we're going to see Chickeny on the Tryndamere up top. I didn't notice that. Chickeny, another big player who always makes big plays in these Thursday nights events, so we do have to watch out for his Tryndamere coming up, but he is against Hookup, another big player. So we got big players all around, big known names in New Zealand, and Chickeny's going to just get beaten up here. Nasus is going to come and slow, got the double buff, and first blood will go to the Udyr, and I think Udyr needs that. He wants to get above this Tryndamere really fast.
Oh yeah, God yes. Wants to snowball pre-level 6, and he is doing that. He does have 2 points in his Tiger stance. He has a lot of bonus attack damage, so he's running that in Runes and Masteries, and he's going to be looking to blow people up.
He definitely will be. He wanted to just quickly dominate that top lane and really hold that Chickeny down, because if you know you do that Chickeny farm, he's going to make you pay, so he's got to really try to hold that Tryndamere and keep him in place. And at the moment, he's doing a good job, but we're only 4 minutes in, so anything can happen. We see Fiddles trying to come make a move up mid on Corrupted Hero, and we are going to have the stun come up, followed up by the Fear, the Silence, the Life Drain. Going to get some attacks off of that red buff. Is he going to go down? He's low, and he does.
It is enough. Nice decision making. Yeah.
Down, and they disengage that fight at the right time. Nothing Nasus could do, and that's a nice pick off of the mid.
Corrupted Hero didn't have flash for that exchange. He's going to be pretty sour about that, and does go down to that red buff. So,
and if I'm right, we've seen Explosive run Rise before and be an absolute nightmare. Is he running Teleport again?
He isn't.
No, oh, so you've really got to watch out. If you haven't seen this guy play Rise, he is a menace. He roams like crazy, farms like crazy, and just really changes games. So that early kill to him in mid will be really strong for that blue team.
I like how Fiddle actually pulled that gank off. He ran in and got his abilities off, but he actually broke his drain early, so he could keep applying that red buff, and that meant Rise could, with the slow, get in range for a last overload, and that was just enough damage to bring him down. So it was.
We are getting a call from the chat that is true that he did actually cast the sphere a little bit early because he did it in the stun, but it didn't mind in the end. They still couldn't the kills. They'll still be happy. Chickeny though, getting a bit beaten up down top lane. Udyr really working out versus him.
Oh my God, yes. Udyr might actually be able to connect his bear stance. Lands another Tiger. Is it going to be enough? I think it is.
We do have a big gank that's also going to come out straight away. Sona's getting down. We got Nasus come for the gank. Carlo's disengaging hard. Good work by Morgana to help get him away. And are they going to go down? We see the flash come out. Sona's coming out aggressive. We do see them both go down.
Kill.
Good decision. I believe he blew his flash in it. He'll be happy. Great pickup. Great gank. That Nasus really doing work early.
That was so good. My little friend's Quinn auto attacked for 1 kill, put out a lazy blinding assault for the another kill. It was such a swagger move, just flashed in, picked up 2 kills and walked out. He's going to be pretty happy with himself. He's going to go back with 1,000 gold to spend. So. And
it always goes better, like you're always going to be happy if you gank and kill your lane bot, but if the ADC picks up both the kills, you really can't have a better outcome than that, can you? That's really big for them. I think they'll be really happy.
Oh my God, yes. Udyr pushing down the stock wave.
For his disengage there and then re-engaged on Sona, and that was true. He really did well there, so well done. Halajude pimping it out and playing well.
Alright, so for items, we haven't had anything solid being picked up, and as I say that, Udyr does pick up his first item, a Glacial Shroud. So he's not getting damaged like I thought he would. He is picking up a lot of armor though, and that's going to be useful against Tryndamere and against Draven, and I think that's the people that Udyr is going to be wanting to focus down in team fights. So if he gets a lot of armor, he'll be able to run in and just tunnel vision them.
Do what Rise does, stack up that tiers, typical Rise, get those stacks. Get that spell pumping and pump that mana pool.
Yeah, Explosive got quite nice CS at the moment. Corrupted Hero is leading the map on CS, however. Actually, he's in line with Trynd, both with 42 CS at this point in the game, so well played by them.
Shout out to Tupacalypse on the old chat. This Carloy making the calls. Carloy is doing pretty mean on the old Draven. Is he going to get aggressive and start picking up some kills soon? We will find out. He probably wants to get a few early, try to keep up that Quinn. It's going to be scary with her on that 2-0. However, she's just got her movement speed boots, so she hasn't got a big BF or something to really dominate the lane. So I reckon Draven can still bring it back, but he's going to get initiated on here. They noticed there's support left lane and he's all alone. Always a good time to jump on. And now he's going to be a bit careful.
It's a good question. Udyr connects with Chickeny again. Chickeny doing a lot of damage though. Udyr maybe regretting that decision to pick up a Glacial Shroud as his first item. It feels almost too defensive. I mean, it does give him armor, it does give him mana and cooldown reduction, but I feel like he maybe benefited a little bit more from an early Wit's End or, you know, some attack speed or damage item that would keep his snowball going on this Tryndamere.
Yeah, I believe the later this lane goes, the more it will swing in Tryndamere's favour. However, I've never seen this lane before, so I could be very wrong. And we are going to see Hiccup actually go aggressive on Chickeny, try force him back, hold back that farm, and I think that's good. You really want to keep him off those creeps.
Oh my god, yes. So, I didn't think about it earlier, but this could be like a very tanky setup from the purple team. Nasus gets huge, obviously, with his ultimate. Udyr is already building hugely tank. So it could end up that the purple team, the way that they're aiming to enter the late gaming phase, the late phase of the game is by getting ridiculously tanky. And
bring out those big front walls, try to protect the Quinn, get some DPS out there. You got the old Sona with the stun. That could work very well. Sona's healing aura also giving a bit of defensive stats. We are going to see Holitude get aggressive here, but it's going to be forced back. Morgana's going to land a binding, and they're going to exhaust the Quinn. So they're going to try get on this, and here comes that explosive teleport I was talking about. It's Rise. Rise comes down with a stun. He's going to drop off his nukes. Is it going to be enough?
Whoa, nice window coming out from Holitude.
Wonderful play by Holitude, doing his support job, saving his ADC. I mentioned that before, Explosive's a really powerful ganker. He tried to make the impact, almost did, couldn't. In the meantime, Nasus picks up a kill on Tryndamere. That's what they need, really hold him back. The score's 1 for 5. Feels like the blue team's almost making plays, and every time Purple's just one step ahead.
Yeah, that was so well played. Quinn and Sona were able to disengage, and that was beautiful, really. They both got away. That was 4 people of the blue team that collapsed on bot, and they got nothing out of it. As I say that, they
really
could pick this turret.
To pick up that double, they could be in a lot of trouble mid, but luckily, they've just burnt his time, burnt his TP, and he's going home with nothing to show. So really well done by the bot lane there. Complete opposite to what we saw last game with Draven ripping it up. However, they are going to lose their tower soon, but Quinn making it work. Quinn Sona.
Quinn and Sona had very cool lane. So that crescendo is on a 70-second cooldown. So it's not going to be up for the next team fight, unless the lane drags out a little bit longer. She does have exhaust, however, so that's going to help next time that Draven comes in and wanting to do some serious damage. So Tryndamere in the top lane has already picked up his Avarice Blade. Looks like he might be heading towards Static Shiv as his first item. Udyr picks up Lifesteal as his next item, and in the form of a Vampiric Scepter. So that's really interesting itemization. It might be that he's going for a Blade of the Ruined King. In the meanwhile, we see Ingod's Fiddlesticks actually co-storms the bottom lane, was not seen by a ward, and it looked like my little friend is going to flash over the wall and get away safely.
So they picked up Sona and burn the flash. This one I'm going to see. Fiddles is level 7 now, so he can make a bit more impact. He's got that ultimate, so he can make the plays. But really, Nasus has been the more impact jungler. We saw that one gank from Fiddles. No, Fiddles sitting on 2-0, but he got that one gank early in the mid. But I feel like Nasus has just had more presence around the map. Yep,
and it shows in his score. He's 1-0-3, so very respectable for Morton D shot. He's also sitting bot lane. It looks like Draven and Morgana are going to be able to take this turret and this next wave. Nasus getting a nice Spirit Fire off, but it's not going to be enough, and the turret does go down.
And yes, even though they had a hard time that lane, they have taken the tower first. It's the first tower to go down. The gold is still only 200 apart, so it's still extremely even.
No, you're absolutely correct. Morton D's shot is pushing onto purple. Does not get the wither off, however. So it doesn't look like they're going to get a kill off the back of that.
Having an interesting game mid. Corrupted Hero has died, but he has got 30, nearly almost 30 CS up on the Rise, but Rise has got the assist. But Rise is big and scary, but so is a Chaos. This big lane, this mid lane, whoever ends up pulling out bigger than this can make massive impact for the team fights later on.
Yep, most definitely. Kale is pulling ahead in CS as
and
well.
And Chickeny is having them run, and that Udyr doing a really good job of bullying him out of lane.
Yeah, I feel like Hiccup made the right decision in getting an aggressive item. He was winning that lane, but he started building defensive items. Usually you build defensive items when you're having a harder time. But he opted to get those defensive items straight away, even though he was up a kill. So I'm glad he's now stepping into some more damage. And it definitely shows like it's working. Wow, huge damage coming out from Hiccup. Chickeny is going to be forced to pop his ult.
Oh,
Wow.
And a massive play from the Udyr, just jumping and chunking out Tryndamere. Tryndamere, I know what the deal with this unorthodox Udyr top, just causing the trouble. More than 3 short came up to assure that kill. Wasn't needed, I don't believe, but still made the play.
Looks like Fiddlesticks is going to cross him off the wall.
Here's the big plays we want. He's going to try to save the tower, put as much damage as he can, hopefully pick up a kill. Good fair on the tower. He is going to
Nice.
1v2, not afraid, jumps in. He got quite lucky with the tower hits there and picks up a kill. He'll be extremely happy. I was a bit in doubt, but that's what I wanted. I asked for big money plays, and here comes the Fiddles delivering, doing what he does best, surprising with crow bombs.
He is indeed. So Ingots picks up the shutdown gold. 432 gold was his bounty. So he's going to be pretty pleased with himself. And I'm not surprised at all. Pings are going out on from Morgana onto Corrupted Hero. It looks like the bot lane from the blue side has opted to rotate mid. Gonna put some pressure onto that middle turret, hopefully land a nice binding and make something happen.
Here comes that rotate mid coming into action. Halaju gets stunned. That's probably good. Stop that Sona ult coming and setting something up big. He has got it ready, so he will be looking for an opportunity where he can start the fight. In the meantime, they're probably just going to shove. Blue's ready, rotating in the mid to come to defend it. And Rise is just chilling, having a little shot.
Purple has also rotated mid, so it looks like they want to 5v5 in this mid lane. It's a little bit strange to see that the bot lane rotates out even before that they've killed their objective, which is the turret. But if they felt like there was too much pressure on the map, just because their opposing lane had moved, they followed. It's probably a good decision at this point in the game. They definitely don't want to give up that first mid turret. Such a big objective at this point in the game.
Yeah, the mid turret can always make a big difference. It has lots of vision and gives you so much of the map control. Always a tower you want to keep up as long as you can. And we are going to see top go down now. So it's one tower for one tower, bot for top.
Gold is very similar as well. Both Demonic and Divine are sitting pretty, about 500 gold difference between the two. And they're feeling pretty good about themselves. Draven ult does come out to clear the wave. Make sure that they don't get too much damage on the turret.
And
nice binding.
Just to show Corrupted Hero he isn't going to stand around here for free. If he hangs around, he will take damage. We see Purple getting ready. They're thinking about making a play, hang around the jungle. We are going to see Udyr and Nasus come from behind, and this is a good position for them. They're all out of position as the three of them. The wall's jumping straight in. Ult from Holitude, stunning 3, but he is a bit out of position himself. He'll probably go down for it. The Morgana ult coming out too. My little friend diving right in there, getting exhausted. He's probably going to be in trouble. His shield is going to go down, and it's actually an amazing fight. At the moment, it's 1 for 3. Massive trade, still going though. Chickeny smells blood. He wants his Nasus. He's going to jump over the wall and chase him down. Nasus going to be in trouble, gets hit by the Ignite. It's going to go down here. Chickeny picks up the kill.
Wow, that was so well played. Ingots jumped in as Fiddlesticks, and he was the sacrificial lamb. Did go down first, but 4 members of the purple team go down with him. I'd be pretty happy with that trade.
They came in for the sandwich, but they actually ended up putting themselves more out of position than getting the good position there, and that fight turned upside down on them, and now the mid tower is going to go down as well. This is the fight the blue team needed though. They needed this to get back right up in there and start taking dominance. If they can now get this Draven and Tryndamere really big with the Rise, they've got a really crunchy, damaging team. And this is going to result in Dragon going down, so they're using this advantage well. They've got one good fight going, they got the turret, and they got the Dragons. Massive like objective's been picked off here, and Hiccup's going to get picked. He came out too far by himself. Killing spree on the Rise, and this is really starting to swing towards Blue's favor.
Tryndamere is back into the game. He got a kill there, he got an assist there, and he's got some CS off the back of that. So he's going to be pretty happy. He was definitely getting really trashed by Udyr in that top lane. So he's going to be happy that he's reaching later game, and that's where Tryndamere really shines. So the gold is in favor of the blue team. They did bring that down from being at a an equal standoff in gold, and they're now sitting 3,000 or 4,000 gold ahead.
Yeah, well that is what League of Legends is about. One team fight can really just turn things upside down, and it's never too late for Purple. The game's still extremely close. Next fight, Purple keeps a few heroes. It could be Blue's Towers suddenly going down. So it's still very open and it's still all over the place. I'm just hoping to see some action soon.
Udyr and Sona sitting in the top lane. Sona just rotated up there to give Udyr some support, which is nice of him to do. Tryndamere is a little bit scary at times, and he has gone back and picked up a Bilgewater Cutlass, which tells me his next item is going to be Blade of the Ruined King, which is pretty core, and he's definitely going to benefit from that. However, Purple Team do have a lot of potential to get a nice fight off. The fight that they just lost in the mid lane, Nasus didn't have his ult for. I didn't see Sona's Crescendo either, so it'll be really interesting to see what happens there.
Here comes certainly jumping on Hullitude. Hullitude backing out quite nicely though. It is Morton D Short taking a lot of the damage. Chickeny taking damage too, going to get back off. Purple's going to pick up the kill there and a good move. Support Morgana ult followed up. Well, here comes the Crow Storm, but what an ultimate from KO stopping all the damage. It's not going to be enough though. It's going to get crushed straight after. Hullitude in trouble, also being stunned. Purple picking up another kill and Support Morgana just doing a fantastic job.
She is indeed. That binding and the ultimate was so well timed. Just feeding kills to our team, which is exactly what a good support should be doing. Just setting up those opportunities for the carries to get some free gold.
And Chickeny backed off at a really good time at that fight. He's good at sticking out his damage, and with a Draven and a Tryndamere, towers won't last long if you give them the chance to right-click him, and they're going to use this to push for the T3. And at this moment, they are going to get it. Will they push for a Rax? They might do. Chickeny is low, but here comes Nasus getting a bit too low. Come up, lost half his health. They can't engage on this tanky team.
Nope, they do get the turret, and they walk away quite happy with that. They're all sitting on quite a lot of gold, ranging between 600 and 1,500.
And this is really good play by Chickeny, just seeing where the enemies are, quickly doing a bit of damage to that top tower, knows he's going to be in trouble soon, backs off at the right time, just keeping that pressure on. Ryze is going to be careful though. Ryze has been found by Udyr, and Udyr is going to put the chase. He is just going to stun him and run away. He should be alright though with that Fiddles coming to support him, but they need to get out of there. They don't want any more people to collapse. They've done well, they just need to get back, shop, regroup.
They do indeed. The blue team sitting pretty at the moment. They're at 6,300 gold up. They're definitely in the driver's seat, but that does not mean that the purple team cannot come back at this stage. They need to get some nice team fights off. They need to find someone in the jungle with a nice ward, and they're back into it. And Hiccup on this Udyr is going for Blade of the Ruined King as his next item, and that's definitely going to help him, especially against Tryndamere. It looks like he could duel Tryndamere at this stage in the game, which is pretty good for his team, really, if he can take that Tryndamere out of the fight.
If anyone can duel the Tryndamere, it's great for your team, so you definitely want someone to be able to deal with him, because he could be such a problem later on.
Draven is going back to cash in. He's sitting on 1,500 gold. Does pick up a pickaxe. It looks like he's going to get Last Whisper as his next item, which is a pretty good item choice considering that Nasus and Udyr are so tanky at this point. And he wants
and
to
with Udyr looking like he will be getting more armor later on, you do want to definitely get through that damage, don't you? Get that, through that armor.
Such an underrated item. So much armor penetration on top of the amount of damage it gives as well. It's really cost efficient. Better than a brutalizer. It's pretty much the armor pen item if you need it.
If you want armor pen, that's what you want to get, is what you're trying to say?
Most definitely. Don't get a black cleaver. Don't even sit on a brutalizer. Just get that Last Whisper, man. Can't go wrong.
The Last Whisper, the People's Whisper, that's what we're all about. We like whispering around here, and we're going to see Baron get cleared out. I'd love to see a big play coming around there anytime soon. Baron, always good for getting the party started. He likes the party, people like the party with Baron, and that's why all my fights go down around there.
That's true, man. What else gives armor penetration in League of Legends? Trying to think about it. Well, Ryze finds Corrupted Hero in the mid lane. A lot of damage going down. Corrupted Hero didn't fire his ult just yet, and Explosive backs off. Does not want to fight that one out.
So if you guys can help Scott out, I know you guys know all the items of armor pen, chuck them in the chat and show them your knowledge. There's definitely more than just Brutalizer, Black Cleaver, and Last Whisper, surely.
I'm sure it's got to be
that
something...
activatable sword that makes you attack faster.
Yomaru's Ghostblade, there we go. I think that's all the items though, otherwise...
It is, just 4 has come out from Nexus Bunbun, that's the 4 he believes there are.
Yeah, okay, so it's Masteries, Runes, and some hero abilities, like Darius' Apprehend gives you armor pen. It's not
So
a...
nice to see that tower go down, Carlo getting that last hit in. And we see some loose jungle plays. This is always where things can go really right or really wrong. Chickeny though gets the vision, and he is going to jump straight on my little friend on that Quinn. Quinn's going to have to back off, going that fast for bird mode, but he's still getting chomped. The ult comes out, it's going to keep him alive. Chickeny, though, getting low, is going to back up, going to go down, so it's actually quite bad, but here comes the Crowstorm. Crowstorm picks up Holitude, Nessus is getting low, double kill, triple kill goes to Fiddles, so though Chickeny went down, awesome by the Fiddlesticks, that's what I was talking about earlier. You hit those big claws, and it can just turn the fight massively. Couldn't handle the damage, an amazing play.
Wow, Ingots is the MVP of this match, I feel. He's been so on point with Fiddlesticks. The only time he's died, he picked up 4 members of the team for his death, so he's definitely doing so well on that Fiddle.
He's sitting pretty, 7-1-2. Definitely getting there and pumping it up, getting a lot of AP. Those Crowstorms only going to hurt more. So blue team's going to make sure they can avoid it because they're not going to be able to survive any more of those Crowstorms. He's probably one of the biggest farm heroes. I can't see the gold totals. He's sitting 8k. He's the most farmed hero in this match right now. Oh, sorry, after Draven, I believe.
Yeah, Draven's slightly above. Yeah.
And that's coming to the bottom lane ADC, so he's massively farmed. Really got to be careful of those ults.
Oh my god,
and
yes.
the fans too. Shout out to KKPU, Ignat's best. Ignat's Why So Good coming out. People loving him. So yeah, he's got fans and he's definitely ripping up this match.
Alright, so Dragon is going to go down. It looks like the blue team are going to pick this one up as well. The gold gap has increased to over 10,000 gold. They're going to be pretty happy with themselves. So, what purple team needs to do now to come back is to get some really nice picks off in the jungle. They need to buy side stones, they need to have oracles, they need to set up a death bush and try and make something happen. They don't want to be fighting 5v5 at this point in the game. They want to be getting those free kills off when someone overextends or someone runs someone that isn't warded.
The Ignat's for life kills coming out of Cosmic Times, massive fan. Good to see support coming out for local players, especially when they're making the plays and absolutely ripping up games. Both teams have a lot of late game, but I'll tell you, this Ryze Tryndamere combo with this big Fiddle's definitely scary at the moment.
Chickeny's Tryndamere is sitting there looking at Udyr. He's wondering, can I spin in and take this Udyr on in a 1v1? Looks like he's going for it as well. He does get that mocking shout off. Hiccup takes no damage though. Goes back in with Tiger.
Tile doesn't bother him. He is going to try to get out of that tower range though. That does make a change. You see that? Does he play the Rune King just taking out that heal? It definitely does. And it's going to be close. Chickeny though, going through. Popped his ult, I believe, but still really close. Good to see Udyr do so much damage versus Tryndamere. Crazy. He must regret those first few tower hits. Maybe they would have made a difference, but he would have struggled to tank through the whole Tryndamere ult anyway.
That's true, but he does have flash and ghost, so I think he could have kited away. Oh, meanwhile, Trynd and Udyr 1v1ing in the bot lane. The rest of his team is taking Baron. It looks like they're going to get it.
Play, come on, Sonar Steel! No, we don't see it. We don't see the massive Sonar Steel. Unfortunately, that ward could have come down a bit earlier. He got there as quick as he could though, and now they're in trouble. My little friend's going to jump on Chickeny, but Chickeny's not afraid. He's going right in it. His ult should be down, but it doesn't matter. He's just going to chomp through anyway. It's that Crowstorm again, just doing so much damage. Holitude down. And that's the bot lane dead for purple team. They're going to go up. They're most likely going to pick up this inhib unless Hercup can stop him. He's not afraid. Yes, he is. He knows he can't fight all these heroes, especially with the Baron buff. It is going to be an inhib down and powerful play by the purple team. Blue team, sorry.
Yep, you are correct. And it looks like the Demonic Horde are taking this one away. The GG calls are going out already. It was very well played by both teams, though, I've got to say. The purple team just kind of snowballed a little bit harder, and blue team couldn't bring it back. I'm going to be excited to see this finals.
Holitude making the big calls. He don't care about no 10 RP. He's still looking fly with his skin. That's true. He made some good plays too. A really good ult for Holitude. But look at we got the final fight coming up any moment now. Hiccup getting him there is going to get crushed down. Just too much damage from Draven Tryndamere. So massive. The silencer's coming out, disrupting from Fiddles, doing what he can. Nessus down, double kill. Goes to Draven. We're going to see that last tower go down. We got to open Nexus. Surely this is the GG.
GG is going out from the blue team now. Nexus on half HP. Tryndamere just tunnel visioning it. Doing some XPK. Flashes away. Blue team take the Nexus down. Good game, well played. Alright guys, we're going on to the grand finals. I will get the invite sent out.
Just gonna give
let's
us
get into
some
this.
shout out to Thor's Army, Kondo Bolo, out there in the chat. Can't get the chat to work, but good to have you guys watching anyway. Hope you can work out that chat and get commenting. Miss you both, missed both your presents. Anyway, we got the big final coming up now.